if you missed it, this video is for you. And if you need a refresher, you can watch this video too. So we had a special training by Brian Terry, a state 4-H volunteer specialist on conflict resolution. And some of the key things that I want to share with you from that training is that, first of all, conflict happens every day. The whole bunch of people in a room, there's going to be some conflict. And a couple brilliant points that he shared during the training is to recognize where the conflict is coming from. And there are 6 areas of conflict. So I'm going to hold this up. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. The top of the half of the circle, which are values, relationships, and externals / moods, are areas where you will not be able to change a person. So if you find that your conflict is in the values, relationships, or externals / moods, then you are spinning your wheels. But at the bottom of the circle are things that can be changed, and that deals with data, interest, and structure. And data deals with, either a lack of information or too much information, or how information is collected. Interests are wants, needs, fears, hopes, concerns. And then the structure could be physical resources, time, money, authority issues, organizational structure, geographical constraints, those kind of things. So remember, if it's values, relationships, externals, or / moods, that is an unresolvable part of the conflict. And it's very hard to change people's values, their relationships, past experiences, or externals, moods. But at the bottom, you can deal with data, interest, and structure. It was really a really good training. And so, of course, as club leadership, one of the things that you want to find out, you want to look at where the conflict is coming from. What is driving it? Is it the top 3, values, relationships, externals, or moods, or the bottom, the data, the structure, the interest? So once you realize that it's really at the bottom 3, then you want to gather a list of everybody's interests. You want to know, and what it is you're trying to find the common ground. And of course, in 4-H, it's all about positive youth development and creating an environment that helps our youth to develop leadership, citizenship, and life skills, as well as being able to meet their needs of belonging, mastery, generosity, and independence. And as a volunteer, there are things that you all receive too and benefit from by being able to share your time and your expertise. So once you boil down to the common ground, then you can work to come up with a solution. And then what is key is that you respect others, communicate expectations, encourage teamwork, and empower people. And of course, the more people you have and new people that you add, things can happen. Not having enough information or understanding of the purpose, of the goals of the club. And so making sure that information is shared, enough information is shared. And look to the positive and work skillfully. And of course, you keep your 4-H agent in the know. And so that at a point where that if it's not resolvable at the club level, then your 4-H agent can help you in find resolution. And the other part he talked about, he actually did 2 parts. He talked about volunteers recruiting volunteers, and really you all are the best salespeople, and you share. But the most important thing is tell them everything up front, meaning what it is specifically you're looking for and why you're looking for that person, how they become a volunteer, and if you don't fully understand the path or you don't remember, you need a refresher, ask me and I will share with you again. But really, it's the whole application screening process, the references, the background check, the interview, and then of course, if they're interested in club leadership, they have to have a second interview. And just know that people apply for specific positions or roles as a volunteer, but as we go through the screening process, we may discover that they will be better at another area, and that the responsibilities for the specific role that they thought they wanted may not meet their time demands and constraints. So as a club leader, you have to think about where you need help, and then being able to share with the person that you are interested in helping you the process of becoming a volunteer. Make it clear, and I like what Brian brought up about the old by the ways. Avoid the old by the ways. Tell them everything up front. And people do volunteer every day. 4-H is a great organization, and planning and preparation will allow you to be successful more times than not. And recruiting does take time. It is a courtship, and some people will jump right in, some people won't, and they just need little teasers to bring them on in. And communication has to happen all the way around. And the best source to get your information from is from your 4-H agent, and not from another volunteer, especially if it's been a while since they've been through any process or been to any training. Then you definitely want to come to your 4-H agent so you can get it fresh and that you know what is happening. Talk about a couple opportunities that are coming up. 4-H Day at the Capitol, which is March 14th. The 4-H Blitz, which is March 23rd. It'll be here in Quincy at the Research Center, which is for youth 8 to 13. The cost is $6, and that is open to 4-H and non-4-H members. The State Leader Forum is a volunteer forum that is a great opportunity for you all to network with other volunteers while receiving professional training and to help you as a volunteer. And also there'll be some fun things. It will be at the Hilton Ocala. If you're interested in attending, again, that is April 5th and 6th. If you're interested in attending, please let me know. For this training, I will cover the cost for the registration. On April the 5th is the county achievement nights, or county events and achievement nights. So that's when the youth do their speeches and demonstrations, their talent showcase, exhibit any photos, all the poster art, all those things. So, but you can go down on that Saturday and do the Saturday portion of the training. Just want to remind you about the club and individual standards of excellence, and that this is a good point to do a check to see where you are as a club. And you had set your target to be an emerald level club, then just to see where you all are, and then also to have the youth check and see what goal did they set. If they set to be a silver standard, then to see how they are progressing to meet their goals. Again, want to remind you all that if you change anything in terms of how people earn jackets, that the how-tos, I need those so that I can put that in your bylaws and make sure that all the youth know how to earn your jacket or how to earn a special end of the year trip. Those are privileges, and so privileges, if you set criteria, everybody needs to know, and it needs to be printed and posted so people can have that information. Finances and fundraising. Fundraising. You all have to have your fundraising form into the office prior to engaging in your fundraising events, and that must be approved by me. And there are certain things and guidelines that we have to follow. And so, especially when you want to do a raffle or what we call a game of chance, there's specific things that you have to follow to meet state regulations, the law. And so you want to make sure that those fundraising forms are in early enough before you engage in that fundraiser, and that I have the opportunity to look them over. And if I have any questions, then I have time to talk with you and we can work things out and then get that form approved, have it on record, or if some things need to be changed. And finances, club finances, make sure that you are that's in your minutes, and that everything that's coming in and out is reflected in your treasurer's book, and that any engagement and that the youth are and you all are working together in terms of how you will use your club finances, and that is you do fundraising activities based on your goals that you want to achieve for the year. Risk management, we did a training near the end of last year on risk management, so don't let that go past your head. I just want to bring that up, that make sure that you follow those protocols so that you know that your bases are covered. My goal is to make sure that you are covered, and I'm covering you, so please make sure that you follow through. And if you don't understand something, please let me know and I will definitely help you. Your sign-in sheets for when you do volunteer activities, any, like I said, volunteer, any fundraising, and that's part of keeping track of who does what, and that's part of one of your criteria for one of those privileges. Make sure that we get copies of your sign-in sheets. And then those clubs that do not meet at the extension office, make sure that we get a copy of your sign-in sheets. You can scan them and send them to myself or Ms. K, no problem, and we will copy them and put them in the file, in your club file. The office. We are fortunate that we can do some things for our clubs, but if, besides sending out the notices for the club meeting, maybe that we have to run off some project books, any other thing besides that, you must have prior approval. And so you need to talk to me first. And Kay has been informed and knows that, and she will ask you, have you cleared this with Yolanda? And we want to manage our resources properly, and that is very important. Again, keep me in the loop. Keep me in the loop. Keep me in the loop. Send me emails. I file them. I put them in your club folder, so I know what's going on, and that's just very important. It is great to network with other volunteers from other counties, and especially that have the same interests that you do. But always remember that each county is unique in how certain things are executed. So you will want to check with me before you make any major or significant changes. It is good to be in contact with people that may be providing leadership in a specific subject matter area. That is great. But again, remember to check with me in terms of some of the things that you might want to implement, because we might not be able to do it at this time, because certain things need to take place prior to implementing those things. And so check back with me. The meeting was great. We had a good turnout. And again, thank you. If you have any questions, please give me a call.